now you probably realized that we took a week off last week. This was spontaneously decided by us as a collective on Tuesday, primarily because I didn't really feel like making a video, which is a total cop-out, but let's face it, I'm the only one who has made a video every Tuesday since February. But Claudia and I were talking last night on Skype about what we were going to talk about today, this week, and stuff, and somehow we came around to the conclusion that we were going to talk about socialism. So we're going to talk about socialism. Bear in mind, I have done no research for this video. I'm just going to talk off the top of my head because that is what I do. First things first, yeah, I would consider myself a socialist. I believe that people are equal and thus deserve equal rights and opportunities and resources like healthcare and education, regardless of what family they were born into. And at the same time, I believe that because we are people and we're all so much the same, we should all care for one another, and this includes creating a societal framework in which people can be cared for by each other. And I guess that's my definition of socialism anyway. One thing that confuses me is when people brandish socialism around as a threatening term. I know when I was kind of following the US midterms, people would have signs saying, "Obama is socialist," and I'd be looking at that going, yeah, and why is that a bad thing exactly? I know that there's a lot of bad things that have come out of socialist ideas, like Russia. I mean, not Russia in general, but, you know, the Russian Revolution and the unpleasant repercussions from that. Stalin was a very bad man. Generally, I feel like if socialism is done properly, it's a good thing, because it helps people out. I mean, you just have to look at the real-world examples. All those northern Scandinavian-type countries are traditionally more socialist, and the people are happier. And this makes sense. I mean, if you don't have to pay every time you go to the doctor, if you don't have to pay for your good education, sure they pay lots of taxes, but I feel like they're contributing to something and they're getting something worthwhile out of that. Through paying taxes, they're getting peace of mind for healthcare, education, all those kind of things. And I know those countries aren't perfect because no country is perfect, but I'd still say that they're probably better off than the States. Especially because, and correct me if I'm wrong, the States generally scores relatively poorly on those happiness index scales. Pretty sure Canada scores a bit higher than the US in that. Not that it's a competition, just that we're happier people because we have free healthcare. And as I was saying to Claudia last night, even the healthcare we have in Canada isn't perfect. Like, there's not really enough doctors. And because it's all state-sanctioned and stuff, then the wait times are really long. You go to the hospital, you gotta wait hours and hours to be seen. And sure, you don't have to present your credit card when you go in to prove that you're going to be able to pay for whatever they're going to do to you, but you have to wait. And from talking with my parents, what I've kind of come to realize, although I mean obviously I don't have really enough life experience to say this for sure, but their point of view is that a two-tiered system, like in Britain, is often better for healthcare, and then it gives the people who do have the money the opportunity to go elsewhere and pay for healthcare, thus freeing up the free system for those people with less money, which I think makes a lot of sense. Apart from healthcare, I think education is a really big thing, and I would definitely be prepared to pay lots of taxes in order to get good public education. That's another thing I don't understand. I never really understood why people don't like paying taxes. I mean, sure, I don't really like it when my paycheck is taxed. Like, it's like, I worked all this time and you're only giving me part of the money. But when you think about it, I think it's worthwhile, and yeah, the government can have my money, just as long as they use it right. So anyway, that was what came to my mind when I thought about socialism. I generally support it, and if you don't support it, I would be very interested to see why. Leave comments, please, that would be interesting. So there you go, those are my thoughts, and Katie, I will see you tomorrow. Oh bother, forgot the challenge again. I don't remember what my challenge was, so can someone remind me and I'll do it next week? Also, Vitska, I challenge you to vlog with something on your head.